Well, everybody, and welcome to Pearls Politics. We are here and we are back live. And I noticed that the connection seems to be getting slow here in the city. And that's because everybody is probably on the internet trying to see what happened with the elections. Well, the election polls have just closed here in our city at 7 p.m. That's when they close. And so we are just broadcasting, and I'm not going to be up watching the TV to try to see who's leading and who's not, right, Tim?
Yeah,
So, welcome to the only mom and son political commentators on the web. And we're not going to be here very long tonight because we just wanted to show our face and let y'all know that we are back
yeah,
because we've been going 3 months, and everybody pretty much know why. I'm not going to go
yeah,
into that.
yeah.
But welcome back, audience. Welcome back, friends, and hopefully you guys are glad to see us back. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And as I was saying, did I click us off?
No,
Oh, okay. The browser just went completely off. And I
no.
thought, okay, what happened? Just that quick, right?
Mm,
So, anyhow, like I said, we having primaries, or the primaries actually for the nation it is going on
yeah,
all over the nation. And I think, it's just different days of the month, I believe, for, different states.
yeah.
And ours for Tennessee was a day. The final day was August the 6th. The main day was August the 6th, which is today. But we had 2 weeks of early voting. And I understand that we did have a very good turnout for early voting. So I don't know what the lines have looked like today. Have you seen any glimpses of what it may have looked like today, Tim?
You know what? I have not, but I did watch the news a little bit this morning, and they were suspecting a strong turnout.
Hmm.
This right here, all of the voting rights. I think people gonna use to the full capacity that they have because something's got to change, and we might as
Hmm.
well start there.
Hmm. Yeah, it pretty much looks like um, a lot of local governments in different cities all around the nation are having problems with their politicians.
Yeah.
I'm into the series Deep Space Nine right now, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and there's this culture, little short aliens, and they are called the Ferengi. I don't know. I don't. I know you're not a Trekkie, but I don't know if you maybe even remember or even watched Deep Space Nine to remember
Hmm.
that name. But the Ferengi culture, all they were concerned about was profit. Profit. And they were cheaters, they were schemers, and that was what their culture was built on. And if you wasn't doing that, then you were not considered a real, true down, genuine Ferengi alien. In other words, if you try to be nice, you try to be kind, you were not true to your nature of the Ferengi culture.
Yeah.
Uh, so I say that it made me think about politicians, right? I said, when you think about now that I think about it, politicians are always trying to change things to work in their favor. For
Yeah.
instance, the state of Tennessee just did some gerrymandering, which means that they split our districts up. Well, actually, for our county in the city of Memphis, they like added attached on to
Yeah.
additional districts where it had only been one district for what 50, 60 years,
Mm.
maybe
All my
longer,
lifetime. Yeah.
lifetime of the people here. But who did it? Politicians.
Yeah.
What was the reason they would want to do something like that to favor them?
Right.
It certainly wasn't anything to do with favoring us, right? So that made me think about the Ferengi. I said they're just like the Ferengi culture of aliens. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot right now we have so much access, and they really not trying to hide anything. They're just blatantly putting it in our face. Uh, I don't think not in my lifetime that we've seen anything like this. Uh, this president,
well, this is the. I'm talking local now. I'm talking
okay,
statewide.
gotcha,
I'm talking. Your state is your governor.
gotcha.
Okay, I'm talking local politicians, which is your city and your county, and
Mm,
then local also will be your state because we live in
yeah,
that state.
yeah. We got
So,
some bad apples in there too.
so that's what I'm talking about before I move up to federal. I ain't got
Gotcha,
there yet,
gotcha.
Tim. I ain't got there
Yeah,
yet.
gotcha. It's voting day. You know how they go. Kind of all over the place. Uh, I'm looking forward to seeing the results. Locally.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see who comes out on top. But as I predicted, and I'm still predicting, it's gonna be a lot of lawsuits brought forth, a lot of arguing, gonna be going on, a lot of, a whole lot of accusations from both sides.
Yeah,
Simply because they attached on these two additional districts just up out of the blue sky.
yeah.
Nobody was expected it,
Now,
and it just got done without, even though there was objection, it just still got passed through and done.
yeah,
The people, were left helpless to stop it. I mean, how does anything like that happen if it's supposed to be a democracy? That, you think, well, I mean, if the people are objecting about it, should not it have not been done?
yeah,
But yet it was still done.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh,
So that's what I'm saying. That's going to and because I showed you guys this ballot. I think I'll probably be framing this ballot um, right here. I showed y'all last week. It's a 3-page ballot. I mean,
yeah,
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 ballot. This is actually a ballot, and it's got 4 or 5 districts of people running. Of course, they had to put all the people that were running in all of the districts.
yeah.
That's
We
why it's
can't
three
see the
pages.
names though, but yeah, we get it.
But the thing of it is that all of these people are not in your district. So I mean, you didn't. If you went, if you printed the thing off or you looked at it on the web, you're thinking, okay, or you wrote them down perhaps, and you say, okay, it says this district that this person is running in my district for such and such. But then when you got to the actual voting location or the voting poll, you might not have seen that the person's name.
Yeah,
And it happened to me. I know I was looking for a name. I was like, wait, because I had mine written down, right? So
hmm,
now this person is supposed to be on my ballot. I mean, in my district, but no, it's not on here.
yeah,
So that's a mistake. And then there was another person whose name was on there for a district that I'm not assigned to, that was on my ballot. Another
yeah,
district that was not, I'm, that I'm not listed, that's not on my voting card,
yeah,
that
yeah. Looking
was on
for
my
a lot
ballot.
of things to come
That
too.
said I had that I was supposed to be voting for that person. So that's the reason why I know from personal experience, and I'm not, um, what do you say, exaggerating. I'm telling you this from my personal experience. So I know a lot of people, when they got to the ballot, they were totally confused. And so what, for a lot of people, after getting there and seeing that, I'm pretty sure they might have just voted for 1 or 2 things, positions, and then just left on out of the booth because
Yeah,
they were totally confused.
yeah. I think a lot of changes are gonna come out because we really need some changes locally. And I think that the citizens feel like, on one hand, forgotten. Um, things are high, economy high. I don't believe that they were listening to the citizens of, suggestions of what should be done. Now, just last week I did compliment them for us doing the city streets. They started that and they actually started on the highway. But we need some real changes here locally. Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what live. I meant to do that at first because we're really not going to be here that long.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to go ahead and still put it on her. Join us. Okay, because they can always come back and watch it after they finish watching the TV
Right.
on trying to see, who's leading and what happened. But it's going to be too early. Y'all won't start
Yeah.
seeing numbers in this city. I can tell you now because they're slow.
Yeah.
They're all
Oh
slow
yeah.
in this city. You're not going
Yeah.
to start seeing the numbers about 9 o'clock. So you may as well go and watch your favorite series or your favorite TV show,
Yeah.
and then come back maybe at
It should.
9 or 10.
Yeah, probably. If not, it's gonna probably be on the morning news for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, and but they're gonna. That's another thing. They're gonna claim. They're gonna be claiming that all of the votes are not in somewhere. Just watch and see. That's another. I would say varying the rules of acquisition
Yeah, yeah,
that they use
yeah, yeah,
to try to get things going their way. They're going
yeah.
to be claiming that all of the votes are not here yet. Okay, somewhere, at least in one place. Watch and see when I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's uh, just convoluted, complex, and confusing. Three
Yeah,
C's: convoluted, complex, and confusing. And when
yeah,
all they have
yeah.
to do is just have a paper ballot and everybody just vote on paper ballots like we used to do before the machines came out.
Mm.
Because the machines really don't make it move any faster. I know you said you move faster, but that's
Mm-hmm.
just because you're used to the electronic age. You grew up in an electronic age. But if it's gonna take you, and then I'll tell you something. When we did the paper ballot, but before the machines came out, we always knew within 30 minutes after the polls closed who won. I'm serious. So the electronic system age is not making things move any faster. In fact, they're slowing it down because they're always having computer breakdowns. Some not working right in the computer in this district or this city or this county. Something wrong with the computers. Computers not functioning right. They gotta fix this. Let's hold up. When we did the paper ballots before the electronic age came, we always could turn on the news, the 6 o'clock news, and know pretty much who was going to win because they were showing numbers. That's right. On the 6 o'clock evening news, we could always see that. And
Mm.
so by 10 o'clock, when 10 o'clock news came, we
Yeah.
knew who had won, and the voting was
Mm-hmm.
closed. There were not any late ballots. There were
Yeah.
not any not come in yet stuff mess.
Yeah.
It was over and done.
So yeah, but imagine their position, the ones that's got to do it. I'm sure
That's
they
okay.
got.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
they
They
get.
volunteer. I mean, they volunteer and they get paid to
Yeah,
do it.
but
So
I'm
I
sure
mean, if
they.
they don't want to count it, you just
Yeah,
don't work.
and I'm sure they got some new things that they've implemented towards them, which is probably going to make their job more difficult. You know what I mean? Different rules and regulations of this and that, and we can't do this like we did last year, and da da da, and so on. So yeah, like you said, I don't even really think it'll be done in 9. I think it's going to be overnight.
It always is
Yeah,
because they're looking for a rule for acquisition,
yeah,
something
that's
that's going to
true.
work in their favor. The
That's true.
politicians, nothing that none of the delays and things like that never work in the interest of the constituents.
Yeah,
Well, there's a whole lot of delays. Whatever is the heck is going wrong, it has to do with the rule of acquisition, something that's going to benefit the politician. Believe
Right.
me. All right, we're going to take a break and we'll come back. Then we're going to move up to our federal level and talk a little bit about them. I
All
was
right.
going to get into couple of other situations, topics that were going on here locally. But I'm going to save them for next week because they'll still be going on because they're having jury selection right now for the trial for two jail uh, keepers and well, that's it, two that was charged with murder of an
Yeah.
inmate. 7 of them were charged with assault, so they don't be in the trial. They won't have to have a trial. They were charged with assault, so it's on their record. I don't know if they served any time for it or not, but
Yeah.
that'll be going on for next week, and so we'll talk about that because we only just wanted to show our face and present our grace to you that you know that we're back. So
Yeah.
we'll take a little break and we'll come back. We're gonna move up to the federal level for what about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
10? That's enough.
That'll work.
And then then we're gonna go and get back into our TV series, whatever the heck
Hmm.
we're watching. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. The states. Speaking of beef, Tim, you were talking about how everything is so high.
Yeah.
Look, a regular chuck beef roast, like your mom, my mom, and my mother's mother, used to roast in the oven for Sunday's dinner that I used to pay five, six, seven, $8 for. 10 was high, considered high. You
Yeah.
know, just as little as 2 years ago.
Oh
I
yeah.
bought one today and it cost $30
Yeah.
and it was only 2.81 pounds.
Hmm.
Wasn't that huge?
Yeah.
$30. But let
Yeah.
me
It's
tell
a
you,
big
get
difference.
my money worth out of it too. Because I
Yeah.
cut that into 3 parts. And
Yeah.
I put 3 parts in the freezer. I got me beef roast out of that doggone beef. So even though
Yeah.
they're small portions, I'm like, look, if you're gonna charge me $30 for a pot roast, then I'm gonna have me 3 of them at $10 a
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
what it is.
true. Yeah. Some of them are so high you just don't even bother picking them up.
People
Uh,
are not.
yeah. The prices are outrageous.
And you know what? People always talk about boycott, boycott. Look, I said boycott the meat. Let's start eating out the cages. Because if you boycott the meat, that take the price down. Because
Mm.
demand and supply. Put the demand and supply rule on them, right? If the
Yeah.
demand is there,
And they passed Bill Gates them litigation or whatever they were doing. They made it okay to go ahead on and sell artificial meat made from labs.
oh really?
Yeah, they approved
Like
that
the
probably
replicators
about
on
3 weeks.
Star Trek. Well,
Yeah, they
see,
approved it. They
on Star
approved it
Trek,
about
they have a
about 3 weeks
replicator
ago.
machine, AI, and on the
Yeah,
Star Trek series, they have it, and their food come out the machine.
yeah,
It's artificial.
yeah,
So that's what
yeah.
Elon is trying to do,
That's
and so they've gotten approval on it.
yeah. They got approved on it. Yeah. So I don't know what the labels will say that. You know what I mean? What they make and who makes what. Uh, but my goodness,
Poor farmers.
yeah, they're trying to pull
Now
us
putting the farmer out of business, and
out of
everybody was
this.
talking about AI and can't put every job out of business. Oh
Yeah,
yes, it can. Oh
yeah,
yes, it can.
yeah. It can, really
Uh-huh.
can.
Bringing in the
Uh,
food replicators now.
yeah,
hmm
and how's that gonna affect our health?
I don't know, Tim. We might just have to have some old cornbread and milk.
It's bad when it's almost.
Anything processed, we probably might have to go back to canned food
Yeah,
because anything processed.
but the people that used to check the foods, Trump has got rid of them. Some of the top people dealing with the FDA
Out
and
there.
whatnot.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So yeah, those positions are vacant. That's why we're getting all of this. What is it? Salmonella. Everything's coming through the
Of,
lettuce.
of, of course, of course. But then some of it is not all of the. Well, yeah. I mean, it's 50-50. And I'll say, yeah. Part of the fault is because of the unsanitary, uh, the rules FDA
Yeah,
follow for letting these people that produce and sell
yeah,
these products, conditions that they raise it in, and the
yeah,
chemicals that they put in the soil, and like that, and grow the food in, it's contamination already.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a part of the government's part, but the other part of it is on the person. The people don't wash their food like we used to. Cause see, uh, we grew up. When we grew up, our parents washed a lettuce leaf by leaf, a cabbage leaf by leaf, greens that came out of the garden, even out of the store. We washed them in clear, cold water in a sink full of water 2 and 3 times before we would put it in a pot of water to cook the greens. People don't do that anymore. They don't have time.
yeah. I saw something yesterday on a video. This guy went to Walmart to purchase some fried pickles. Um, when he got ready to eat the fried pickles, something told him to open it up and look at it. So when he opened it up and looked at it, the pickles were plastic, like saran.
Plastic.
Yes, like saran wrap plastic,
Oh, wow.
in the color and the shape of a pickle, and all of them
Mm,
was like that.
mm,
So yeah, I said that to say, yeah, on one hand, the washing is good. It really is. But
mm,
it's where it's growing, how it's growing, who's tending
mm.
to it.
Yeah,
No, no, everybody that normally checks that job doesn't exist anymore. So right now, you can just buy your way in and sell anything, as long as with them and not
true.
against their program.
Mm.
Yeah,
But I still wash my lettuce leaf by leaf. And the way that you do that, you have to cut that big core out of the bottom. Cut it like a pyramid and pull the core out. And then you can pull it out leaf by leaf and wash it each leaf in a sink full of water, clear cold
yeah,
water.
I can remember those days.
Remember
Yeah,
seeing Mama do it, right?
yeah,
Remember seeing your grandmother do it too, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Mhm.
definitely would sit. Yeah, in the water in the sink. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And we do it 2 or 3 times, not just one washing.
Mm.
And that
Well,
was to get any of the bugs or the larvae or the parasites. that had
Yeah.
come, found themselves a home
It's yeah,
on the
it's
food.
yeah, it's probably very few in my generation that recalls that, and even if they do, they probably
They
don't
like
actually do it.
they got lazy.
Yeah, because everything is quick microwavable now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
So they might know it, but like you
But they're
say,
too lazy to do it.
too lazy to do it.
Don't have time.
Yeah,
They want everything instant.
yeah,
Your generation is instant.
yeah. Because I
And
can
then
remember.
my granddaughter and grandson's generation and my great grandkids, y'all are past it. They passed instant. they
Yeah,
want it, they want it like the speed of light.
yeah. But I can remember, shucking peas and butter beans in the house while watching
Mm-hmm.
TV.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a
Mm-hmm.
whole process from beginning to end.
To the
You know,
end.
yeah,
Cleanliness,
right.
cleanliness, because
And
cleanliness is next to godliness.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely, absolutely.
And
Uh,
what you put in your body is reflected in the way you
yeah,
look.
yeah,
And
because I
if you
believe,
look at these kids now, they're supposed to be like in their 30s, they look like they 50 years old. It's like
yeah, yeah,
I was looking at this first day of high school that they were showing on the TV from school to school.
yeah,
Monday when they went back to school and showing
yeah,
the students.
yeah,
I was looking at those students. I'm like, okay, so they are seniors, which means like they're probably 17
yeah,
or 16.
yeah,
I say, but they look like they're 20 and 25.
yeah. It's the food, and
Fast
amongst
living.
other things. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, because that here's one. I have a personal um can tell that the meat is not real meat because my granddaddy, I believe, we had a farm. We had pigs, we had cows,
Hmm.
chickens.
Hmm.
We grew everything,
Hmm.
and I would
Hmm.
actually go from the actual unalive another animal to the slaughterhouse with him,
Hmm. Hmm.
and
Hmm.
remember stocking the freezer and with the white covering, the way
Paper.
that they used to do.
Paper.
And
Hmm.
I haven't had that taste since then.
Since then, and won't
Yeah,
get it either
won't get it.
anymore. It's gone.
Won't get it.
It's all gone.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you one thing. Let's get back to politics right quick.
let's go.
I am so sick of, and everybody else is sick of, this Iran war on and off mode. They like a revolving jail door of criminals.
It's worse than that. Worse than that. Way worse.
Now y'all know that needs to laugh, right?
It's worse. It's awful.
It's on again. Then the next time, okay, it's off again. But doggone it, while it's off, you think, okay, now it's
Cat
out
and
of
mouse.
it
It's
gets
cat and
settled.
mouse game.
And then dog all of a sudden then back it's back on again. Like what the heck?
Yeah,
Okay, come on now. And
yeah.
everybody's just tired of it. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, Donald, if you don't stop this back and forth with the Iran, your party is done because they're sick of it because it happened on your with your party.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have anything maybe personally to do with you, but it happened with your party in control of the House and the Senate. So and y'all keep letting it go on. So in November, if you don't and stopping it just before the election, that's not time enough. I'm telling you that right now. That's not time enough. You need to stop it tomorrow and stop all this back and forth and this foolishness. Stop acting like a kid. You know, it's a shame your great grandma can come back and get a switch and just whip you. Okay, because you're acting like a kid. Yeah,
Worse.
the foreigners might be acting like a kid too, but you got to be the grown up and stand up and stop listening to that doggone Ned and tell he's a madman. And he has
Yeah.
ruined your reputation. Totally ruined it. And if you
Well,
want to get don't get if you yeah, so when your party lose the election in November, don't get mad at us. You need to get mad at
yeah.
your best friend. Then tell
Well,
you because he's the one that ruined your reputation.
yeah,
Go
Donald
ahead.
has wrote a lot of checks that he can't cash. And it's got us looking real bad. We bad all the way around. It's I never seen a president come in and mess up everything. Everything,
Uh-oh.
everything. I've had from the
Uh-oh.
inside of the White House to the citizens. You
I'm
seen
like,
the
okay,
things that he's done inside the White
yeah,
House?
yeah. It's like it's like a kid throwing down a ABC blocks. When the
Yeah,
kids play with the blocks, you can't keep the
yeah,
blocks straight. You just got to keep counting them down.
yeah,
Why you got to mess? Yeah, okay, it's all right for you change furniture inside and the rooms and whatever, but you got to mess with outside for. Outside not bothering
yeah,
anybody. You just got to keep it up. Let it make it look clean and keep it beautiful. That's all you have to do.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to go mess with the
But
outside stuff, okay?
yeah, the ballroom was tore down, so it's construction from the outside. It looks horrible on the outside,
Well, the
on the inside.
word has it is he tried to make it look like he see he got those ideas. I'm telling you right now, Wade, all those ideas came from Netanyahu. That's where it came from because that's the way Israel is. See, and so he's trying to do everything that Netanyahu does because Netanyahu is the one that has his ear, and he's feeding him all of this garbage, and garbage in and garbage out. That's the way it's going. And so I tell you, that's why I say, don't blame us. You can blame yourself for listening to them tell you. But when you get mad, you take all of your anger out on your best friend, Nantahu, because he's the one that started you out with this mess. And so you're going to end up with him with this mess. That's just the way it goes in politics, and you know that.
I
Because,
think,
see,
yeah.
the country western singer, what was his name? I love to say what he always say. You got to know when to hold, and you got to know
Kenny,
when to fold.
Kenny
Kenny
Rogers,
Loggins. Kenny Loggins.
Loggins, Loggins,
What
I
was his
believe.
name? What was his name? Kenny
Kenny
Loggins?
Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, the country western singer. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. You got to know when to hold and when to fold. And you don't even have to be a poker player to know that, you know. Go ahead, Tim. And then we're going to
no,
go.
I was just sitting here pondering over everything that this guy. We don't know what tricks they have up their sleeve for the midterm. Donald has said that he was going to be the last president, so we
But this,
don't.
we just, yeah, this is primary right now. This is the midterm. We just voted for that. The general election is November.
Right, well, general
Uh,
election.
hmm
I stand
hmm
corrected. Uh,
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's not for president. It's just for the
yeah,
Senate and the
we don't
House
know
of
what type of
Representatives.
tricks. We don't know what type of tricks they have up their sleeve. But I believe they're definitely going to try, if not one thing, a couple of things.
But
That
Donald has 2 more years. Donald has 2 more years. See, when we do the election in November, we're not voting for him. We're voting for the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Yeah, because he said we have to win it, and if we don't win it, a lot of us are going to be going to jail because there's water
Yeah,
amongst other things.
but he's telling the truth. He's telling the
He
truth.
said we can't lose it. If we lose it, a lot of us going to jail.
Well, he told the truth that time. I think so. Uh, yeah, and the only reason why Netanyahu is not in jail is because he stays right there, keeps his butt right there in Israel, and he sneaks over here undercover, dressed up like somebody else, probably.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that I don't know, but because every other country said he's not welcome, and they're gonna issue the warrants. They will pick him up. I mean, they
yeah,
will
you,
arrest him
you,
because his warrants out for him, international warrants for his arrest.
yeah,
And so
yeah,
basically, Donald, when you let him come over here to the United States, you are, what do they call it? Aiding and abetting a criminal.
yeah,
So you're not going to be an accessory. And when they
yeah,
finally do catch him, they gonna come after you for disregarding the international warrant and hiding the criminal. You were
yeah.
actually hiding the
You become
criminal.
a prisoner of your own devices, and that's what
Mhm.
he's done.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. So when he said that, if he said it, he told the truth.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was Steve. Steve, one of his advisors. I can't remember Steve's last name,
Hmm.
but it was in a room. They were having a dinner function for their people,
Oh,
and
and the
he
camera
really
mic was on.
yeah. And so he was really trying to drive that point on that we can't lose because if we do, A lot of us in this room are going to jail, and myself
Mm,
included. That's what he said. I quote.
mm, Okay. Well, he did tell the truth, but they're not going to win. So they might want to take a long vacation before November.
We gonna see. We gonna see.
But I'm just saying. I mean, the only way that they would win, it would be some really, really strong, impossible, miraculous cheating. And I wouldn't think they'd be able to get away with that much cheating. And the
Well, we
reason
know he
why
gonna
is
claim cheat.
because
If
the
yeah, if he
people are
loses,
just fed
go ahead.
up.
Yeah, if he loses, he's gonna claim cheat. Yeah. Some people saying a civil war gonna break out.
People are just fed up. You can have. I grew up around dogs all my life, and I've had them all my life. But you can actually get on that dog's nerve. I've seen other people, you know, that have dogs, and I don't treat mine like that. And the reason, here's two things I believe in that I rarely do, and that's hollering and screaming at kids or hollering and screaming at the dog, except for when you have to. Because if you're hollering and screaming at them all the time, then they don't really understand when you are really serious, right?
Mm,
Because they used to hearing you screaming out all the time. That's the way it is with kids.
mm,
It's like this little kid that got ran over by a car. Oh, it had to be about 15 years ago. Because the mother was screaming and hollering for the kid to get out the street and watch their car. But the kid didn't pay her not one bit of attention. And the neighbor was saying the kid probably didn't pay the mother any attention because the mother was always screaming and hollering at her children, and she could,
mm.
hear next door to the woman. And so, and I said to myself, yeah, I said, well, I guess that's what occurred to me many years ago. Don't scream and holler at your, definitely at the kids, and try to teach young people that. But don't scream and holler at your dog either, because the dog won't even know when you mean business. But
Mm.
they can bag a dog up in the corner till the dog get fed up, and the dog gonna attack you. And the dog will attack you,
Well, yeah, I can't wait to see these outcomes. I really can't. It can't get here fast enough. It can't get here fast enough for me. Uh,
Well, yeah, that's November. It's right around the corner.
yeah.
hmm
Oh man, it's
And
gonna be one.
the thing about it is, this is what I was trying to explain to people when it about here, locally when you vote here. They want to call it a general election, but that's a lie, because you cannot mix Democrat and Republican in the primaries. And primaries, you can only do straight ticket. You have
Yeah,
to do a straight Democrat or a straight Republican. Okay, that's why they ask you that question when you walk in there. How are you voting,
yeah,
Republican or Democrat? And you have to tell them, because they have to know which ticket to give you, because you can only vote straight.
right.
Now, when you go in November, they're not going to ask you that. Watch. Just watch and see. Now, some of those workers will, because they're just nosy. But, I mean, it's not required for
Yeah,
them to ask you that. And the reason why it's not required for them to ask you that is because you can mix Democrat and Republican. And see, that's where the loop gonna come in. The hook.
yeah,
That's where the hook gonna come in.
yeah,
Because even though the Republicans, some people have been Republicans all their lives, they're struggling right now. They're
yeah,
losing their job right now, and
yeah,
they're just fed up, and they
yeah,
don't want any more Republicans. They'll
yeah.
try anything else.
I think it's gonna be a blue wave. I do believe that. Like you say, a lot of people, a lot of them in that party are not satisfied with the job that he's doing. Uh,
Well, I don't
they,
know about whether it's gonna be a blue wave or not. I wouldn't say that. But
you
I will
ready?
say, because no, because see, it's not. Donald is still going to be there for 2 more years. We're not voting presidential, are we? He hasn't been in
No,
there for
no,
years,
I
has he?
get it, but they got to win the Senate
I mean,
and
I'm
the House.
asking. I could be behind the time. Because
They
I'm
got
thinking,
more interest.
I'm
Go
thinking
ahead.
that this is so before for the parties. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have to Google this stuff because look, I am telling people
Yeah,
in four.
they can't afford to lose this one. This one is huge, and I think it's definitely fighting for the House, Senate. Um, his next 2 years is going to be based on the results of November the 3rd.
I'll tell make sure I'm right. Yeah, okay. I am not. I'm not getting what do they call it? Seat out. The next presidential election is on a Tuesday, November the 7th of 2028. Okay,
Right.
so this is the general election for the Senate and all those people in the congressmen that's been up there.
Yeah.
Whose terms are running out for the Senate and the House of Representatives
Yeah.
and in November. hmm
Yeah.
And
It's
so
going to
they're
be
not going to ask you. I mean, they're not required to ask you what
yeah.
yeah you're voting for because this is the general in
Yeah.
November. So you can mix and match.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
you can have independent, you can have Democrat
Yeah.
and Republican.
We,
You can vote for anybody you want to,
do we
and
have
then mix.
early voting on that?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we'll have
Early
2 weeks.
voting? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. We had to catch the early
I
voting.
always catch I always catch early voting because
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not about being seen and
Absolutely.
standing in no line.
Nah, me neither.
Not having it. All right, y'all. That's a wrap. Tim, closing remarks.
Beautiful show. Beautiful show. Glad to be back, and we're back in effect. So yes, check us out.
That's right. And we will be back again tomorrow night for our Emily Girl show.
Yep.
Sybil will not be with us. She's doing her Elvis thing. This is the Elvis month.
Okay.
So Tim, it's mom and son again.
All right.
All right. We're gonna show
Be
up and
back.
we will be in living color.
Absolutely.
All right, that's our time, y'all. Good night.
Good night.